When the title of your film is Force 2, which looks like Force Square, that means Force twice over, you got to have a star cast that looks powerful, that spells power. John Abraham, Sonakshi Sinha and Tahir Bhasin do the same. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you, and I must credit you with something. You're the only one who's actually identified that and got it right. It's Force Square.
Force Square.
And that was the idea, which is why you see the 2 above the Force.
I always fail my math test in schools. My teacher is like,
you passed today.
Thank you so much.
The
first question is, how does it feel to be associated with a project which has been such a success?
I think we knew Force did well. We wanted to make Force 2 bigger and better. And I think what was important was, how do you make a sequel is by getting the right script together, the right content. And I think we were fortunate to have got that.
Sonakshi?
Yeah, I think for me to be associated with a film that has previously done so well, had a great subject and is only getting bigger and better in the sequel, that was incentive enough, and people had really appreciated Force. So for me it was a great opportunity to be a part of the film and play a great character.
Tahir, what made you jump in? Force, the moment they utter the word Force 2, you are in.
I heard the story, and I feel you see a lot of action films in Bollywood, but there's a very tangible storyline and emotional thread that runs through the film that binds the action together, and that made me jump to it. Of course, it's a spy fiction film. It was going to be shot in Eastern Europe, and it was every boy's dream come true to do like car chase sequences and rooftop chases. So it was a great project to be a part of.
Right. Tell me, how does it work? If the first film is a success, does that give you jitters, or does that give you a push, a boost?
I just felt Force is the honest, true blue action franchise of this country.
Right.
Very honestly, most of the other films have sequels that are force fitted. And it's very obvious from the names. When you hear some inane name and it says part 2, you're like, wonder why is it part 2? So I think Force genuinely merits a sequel and merits a series like the Bond series. And I don't think any of us felt any pressure doing the second part. We've put our heads down, we've done it. We've never really told the world it's a great film, nothing. We just want to make an honest film, a credible film, and we want the audiences to enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed doing it.
Right. But after doing so many action films, John, I mean, how do you keep the action chops fresh all the time?
You have to up the bar. You have to get fitter, stronger, faster. You have to do different kinds of action. But more importantly, action should only be the backdrop of what your story is. So the idea is to identify stories that are far more interesting. So you just up the bar every time. You try and do something different. And that's what we want to do with Force. Hopefully there's a Force 3 after Force 2. And we'll have to again push the level higher, and that may be even more dangerous and fun.
Push the level higher. She really did that with Akira. We saw those spectacular stunts. How are you coping with this one?
I think I'm coping even better. I feel I've because of the fact that we had so much of a variety of action in this film. With every action sequence, I learned whole lot more than I knew. And honestly, I learned mixed martial arts for Akira. That training really came in handy for Force 2 as well. So I guess I'm just learning with every step along the way, and I'm really enjoying it because I love being a part of action films. Watching action films and performing the action myself.
Right. This question is for Tahir and John. They say the bigger the villain, the bigger is a prospect for the hero to go big. Right? Bigger. Take your actions to the newer level. But Tahir is, I mean, his physicality is not that, but we have seen him act in Mardani. He was so menacing and so effortlessly at that. So how do these forces collide?
I think I think you answered the question in your question. I think the antagonist of this film is far bigger than the protagonist. He is far more dangerous than the villain of the first part. He's far more dangerous than anyone around. And I think because he's so menacing, because he's so dangerous, and when he walks and you realize, oh my God, this guy could destroy. And I always told Tahir this, and I said, strength is never your body or your abs or your moves. Strength is always in your eyes. And I think his attitude of being the antagonist in this film was bang on. So if Mardani got him that much credibility, I think Force 2 is going to take him to a different level.
Another level.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. I don't think it was the kind of part that needed the physicality to match John's. It's a mind game that he's got with both the protagonists. And you directed it only to John, but it goes for John and Sonakshi because they're two protagonists in this film. They're both up against me. And what was challenging was that he's supposed to have this sweet, dark sense of humor, which has a charming relationship with the two protagonists. He keeps prodding them psychologically, and which is going to be fun for the audience to watch. So I'm excited to see how they respond after the 18th.
We are excited to know now. Yeah. You guys are, a team, John and Sona. How the atmosphere was on the set. You guys teamed up and bullied against him?
No, I bullied both of them. No, we had a great time actually on set, and it was really surprising because we had not met each other before the film actually started. We didn't know, except for I must have said hi, hello to John at some award function years back, but that's about it.
In the gym.
In the gym, that was even longer back.
So tell me, honestly, when you have a John alongside you, what was the thought process like? Oh my God. The ultimate that action could be he's there. Now,
I was really glad that I was finally doing a film with him because he's done such wonderful action films. At least the ones that I've liked of his have been action films. So I was really, really happy about being a part of a film with both of them actually. In fact, the first time I met Tahir also on flight while we were going to Budapest to shoot Post 2. And I told him, you know what, I saw Mardani and I think you were fab in the film and I couldn't be happier that we have you as the antagonist in our film.
I remember that, and just when a senior actor tells you that, it just puts you at ease to say it's great, I'm wanted, and which is a good feeling to have.
Yeah, so it felt like everything just fell right into place, and we all got along with each other really well. And it was off-screen, it was a cakewalk. On-screen, it was a lot of hard work.
The camera person really enjoying you. Capturing you three. Three of you are looking fit and fabulous. May I know what youngsters should not do so that they still remain fit, but should not commit any mistakes while they're on the path?
The best person to answer
this question. The only person to answer that.
Sitting right here.
I think youngsters shouldn't. I shouldn't sound preachy about it. Do everything in limitation. But if you do not drink, do not smoke, do not do drugs, very important, do not have fried food, do not have dairy products, do not have sugar. There are a lot of don'ts. Don't have any sweets. Just don't. And if you do that, and if you make yourself accountable, then just go whack yourself. Just get to the gym, just burn those calories and start again. Don't give up, punish yourself, just push yourself, sleep by 9:30, wake up at 4:30, kill it,
basically
10, 15, 20 years.
Your life. Just don't do anything.
His face started he was smiling when he started talking, by the end of it he's like,
I want to tell this to a lot of the youngsters who are watching, and anybody in life, that if you want to get extraordinary results, you have to do extraordinary things. Otherwise, there's no shortcut. There is no. You can build your body for a film, get appreciated, and then you can go back to yourself. Or this could be a lifestyle, and this could be the way you are for the rest of your life. The choice is yours. I always say this: you want to drink and get high in the night, drink some alcohol. You want to get high on life, have protein. It's as simple as that. The choice is yours.
Right, Sona? Add to that.
I honestly cannot really add to that because I have also been influenced by him when it comes to fitness. While we were shooting for the film, I used to not take my food eating habits so seriously at all. At first I used to. I'm a big foodie, but honestly spending time with him, seeing his discipline, that really influences you, and I really learned a lot about how to control my food habits.
Okay. One last question. Force, bigger, better, what makes it so fierce, more fierce in this particular installment?
I feel Force 2 is very relevant to what's happening in India today and on the borders of this country. And if you find what's happening on the borders of this country dangerous, with bodies of our soldiers and agents and spies being put into coffins and got back, then Force 2 becomes a relevant film for India.
Yeah, I agree completely on that.
Yeah, and with all respect to the nationalist wave that's going on at the moment, it's also a very entertaining commercial film, and there is a tangible, very pacey, under 2 hours story that's going to be told.
Yeah. At the expense of sounding cheesy, may I say, may the force be with you.
Thank you. May the force be with you too.
No, we love hearing it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, man. Thank you.